How can I tell it's the one? He tells me that he loves me. So if he tells me that he loves me, how should I know? Okay, one time I'll never forget, my mother said to me when I was dating someone whom she didn't like, and she said to me, well, God gives you senses too. And I never really understood what she meant by that. But as I was getting ready, I could feel the Spirit showing me what exactly she meant by that. Okay, so I have a head, and my head is up here. So I need you. Now, the first thing that happens is all these things in my head start to put together analysis concerning you. Firstly, my mind is taking its portion of the load of discernment. It is utilizing everything within its ability to help me to discern the character, morality, integrity, reasoning. What are you here for? Underneath my head are some eyes. Now, visually, I can look at you. Visually, I can discern some things about you. Visually, I should be able to discern how you look. Visually, I should be able to discern, do you carry yourself? Visually, I should be able to discern, is he a man of presence? My eyes are able to take in information. Right under that, I have my nose. Even your nose has senses because you should be able to smell. You know the phrase, you can smell a rat? Yes, we can. Women, we should be able to smell a rat. You should be able to pick up any senses of another woman's scent, a feminine scent coming off of a man, a male scent coming off of a woman. There are things that we can gauge. Is he clean? Is he clean? Is his body clean? Is his hygiene clean? Now, we go through all those chambers before we even open this. Before I even open my mouth and have a conversation with you, my head has had a communication with me, which is my brain. My eyes have had a communication with me. I left out something. My ears have listened to you. So my ears have even discerned something about you. My nose has discerned something about you, and this is all before I even have to open my mouth concerning you. That is at least giving you vital information concerning me. Now, you see all of these chambers up here? What are they above? They're all above your heart. So nobody should be, do you see how Daddy put the heart on guard? Before anybody can get down here, they have to go through your brain, they have to go through your ears, they have to go through your eyes, they have to go through your nose, and then you can consider and discern if you want to even open your mouth with this person. Based on all these chambers. So you got to pass all these chambers before you can even get to my heart. Now, I'm going to go down a little bit just to end this and sum this up really quickly. Now, you get to my heart. Now, I still have to guard my heart. Does not Daddy tell us that in his word? Guard your heart because from it are all the issues of life. Daddy says that, correct? Okay, so I have to guard this, but he could have the potential to get in here, but this is guarded. Why? Because underneath here is some very critical stuff that he should not gain access to until there is a very critical step of communication, of courtship, of commitment, of vow taking. So it's all written in his word. But there is a reason why he tells us that the flesh will fail us every time, because your lower region is before your feet. Your feet come way after that. So if I wanted to run from a man that was propositioning me, he could hit me in a region before my feet could gauge movement. So that is why we have to guard our heart. Don't let anybody get in this region that has not passed all of these tests. And even before he's got to that region of your heart, he has to be willing to commit to it. He has to be a lover of your heart. And if he loves your heart and you are in a committed relationship with Christ, he is going to find you hidden in Christ long before he attempts to put you underneath some covers. Before he puts you under some covers, he has to not only put a ring on it, but he has to put you in the house. He has to show you protection. He has to show you security. These are the attributes of a man. And we have to continue to reinforce that in this realm, because the children underneath us are going to need examples of what relationships are. And we need somebody to stand up and show what a good relationship is. What does that look like? What is the configuration of that? What is the makeup of that? What does that feel like? What does that look like? Does it exist? I'd have conversations with friends and we'd sit there and say, you know anybody in a good relationship? Do you know anybody in a good relationship? I mean, do you really know anybody in a functional, good relationship? Healthy relationship? Okay, well, in order to see those kind of relationships forming, then the heart has to be healed. And that is why I wrote the Justice Files, because it was a process of healing for me that I had to take. And boy, when you read those journals, you will see it was a journey. And even after that book, even after those poems, those abstract poems, comes a book called Kingston. And in Kingston, you'll get it's actually a sequel. And it's going to carry out and carry out and carry out, because I wrote those books. I wrote that first one, Kingston, when it was my only reprieve. It was the only peace I had while I was in my husband's house, who was a horrific narcissist. I could only stay in his home for less than 7 months, if that, and he lived overseas. So it's an awesome journey, and it's a journey of healing. Healing is imminent to us, because healing is the only portal that we'll have to be able to get into these healthy relationships, these healthy marriages, these healthy courtships. Broken people cannot go into anything broken. You have got to be a whole person. He's got to be a whole person. And together you make a commitment. Why? Because you're one whole person and he's one whole person. And together you become a co-factor who commit.